story begins at a concert where our main character, MC, is attending a performance by his favorite idol group. During a fan interview, he's asked if he has a bias among the members. Without hesitation, he proudly names Soa. The interviewer asks why, and the MC jokingly replies with a wordplay, calling himself an infamous minor. Due to a misunderstanding, he is reported to the police, and the news goes viral, ruining his reputation. Humiliated, he becomes a shut-in, spending his days playing games in isolation. One day, while sitting in his room, he reflects on why he prefers to die over real life. A buzzing sound interrupts him. A mosquito flies around his room. Annoyed, he grabs an insect repellent. Still half daydreaming, he raises the spray and dramatically chants, "Nafasni Edom." A bright light engulfs him. In an instant, he is transported to another world. A girl rushes toward him, celebrating her successful summoning spell. She asks what she should call him. Still in shock, the MC blurts out "Shut-in." She takes it seriously, calling him Master Shut-in. The girl urgently points to a giant mosquito in the distance, pleading for him to defeat it. Heart-pounding, the MC raises his insecticide and chants his legendary incantation. He sprays. Nothing happens. Both he and the girl stare at the unmoving mosquito. Then suddenly it disintegrates in a dramatic explosion. The MC is stunned. With a triumphant grin, he declares, "I killed it." As the smoke clears, AI Haze, the summoner, stands frozen in shock at her warrior's overwhelming power. She introduces herself as a lowly apprentice summoner and asks, "Can I summon you again next time?" The MC is startled by her name. AI Haze? Another a minor case? He insists on calling her AI-chan instead. After agreeing to be summoned again, AI-chan smiles and releases the summoning spell. The MC wakes up in his room, exhausted. He doubts if it was real until he steps on a leaf. As he turns off his PC, a flash of light engulfs him. Again, he is teleported back to the fantasy world. AI stands among survivors, including Jake Paul, who demands an update. AI reports, everything has been burned to ashes. Monsters overrun the towns. Jake confirms it's the same with the city of Fortrine. Alara asks about her uncle, and Jake reassures her. AI considers explaining about the moth, but changes the story, fearing disbelief. As night falls, the group discusses the Master's ancient beings who unleash the dead upon greedy humans. Jake warns, if you get branded, the dead will hunt you forever. AI tries to lighten the mood, mentioning the moth, but Jake and Alara just laugh. Their laughter is cut short. A dark, towering creature emerges. Jake gasps, "It's the dead one." The monstrous creature lunges at them. Alara summons a fire djinn to restrain it. "Everyone, run," Jake orders. AI spots more dead ones among the trees. They destroy the summoned creature. The group flees, but AI trips as she scrambles to her feet. A dead one looms over her. AI screams and runs, but the creature stops. A burning sensation appears on her forehead. She has been branded. Trembling, she summons the MC. MC reappears, still in the position of shutting off his PC, mouse in hand. The dead ones turn to him. Seeing AI being dragged away, MC springs into action. He notices the brand and tries different methods to remove it. To his surprise, his spit works. The moment the brand disappears, the dead ones vanish. An earthquake shakes the land. From the distance, a massive creature awakens. The master roars and swings its arm, reshaping the land. MC tells AI, "If I destroy the master, I get a request." AI agrees. MC removes the battery from his mouse, but nothing happens. Realizing the battery was inserted wrong, he fixes it. Energy surges through him. A burst of lightning rains down, annihilating the master. MC, still in a daze, suddenly spat out random words, shocking AI. AI, amazed by his power, praised him, But MC, feeling shy, brushed it off. It's no big deal. AI then asked about his request, but MC, too embarrassed, just spouted nonsense before awkwardly assuring her, I'll tell you next time. Hearing the words next time, AI felt deeply grateful. MC returned to his world and checked the item AI had given him in ether. Reading its description, he learned that it had the power to link the summoned and summoner. With this revelation, MC was now convinced that everything was real. Trying to distract himself, he went online, but quickly got annoyed by the chat room talking about him. Then, he noticed something strange. His spray and mouse, which were brand new, were already used up. This made him realize they were used in his previous battles. Meanwhile, AI returned to camp and saw Benny the servant still in a push-up position. AI sighed. My lady has already left. With that, Benny finally stopped and the two set off on their journey to find Jake and Alara. Back in his room, MC suddenly remembered a broadcast of a show he had forgotten. After finishing the episode, he felt frustrated, especially regarding his idol. I've been a fan for this long, and yet, then, when his idol started crying, MC also started crying. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? On his desk sat a figurine that MC had bought. Meanwhile, at the supermarket, his mother received a notification on her phone. She was shocked to see that MC had bought something. The delivery of the figurine had arrived, but MC didn't have the courage to go outside. He tried to mentally prepare himself, analyzing everything that could happen. It's just opening the door. Simple, easy. Finally, he went outside only to embarrass himself in front of his neighbor. Even worse, after retrieving the package, he started crying. The heck? Why am I like this? In the fantasy world, AI and Benny finally met their lady. Her lady asked about Benny's whereabouts, but Benny simply told her he's bending over. And just like that, they left him. Alara then ordered Benny to bend over once more. The boy is a simp. The group entered the residence to meet Alara's uncle, who was currently eating. After exchanging formalities, he instructed AI to change into her new clothes. She would start working for him. We then see AI taking a bath before changing into her work clothes. Now officially a maid, she began her new job. Meanwhile, back in MC's room, he sat there, flabbergasted, staring at his new figurine, completely amazed by it. Aina was escorted by Miss Maina as they went to receive another task. As a servant of the Earl family now, AI was given a reward, the right to cultivate a piece of their land. Miss Maina even added, this is how I'll repay my debt. AI was shocked. Food, water, and clothes all had a fee. Wow, talking about a reward. That's just slavery with extra steps. After that, AI was left alone. The wind howled. She started working, but quickly stopped, then burst into tears. It's over. Meanwhile, back in MC's world, another delivery had arrived. Here we go again. But this time, MC wasn't dumb. He peeked through the door, checking if the delivery man had already left the package. Seeing that it was clear, he prepared to grab it. But then, he noticed his neighbors going out. One of the girls recalled what had happened yesterday. Hearing this, MC's mind spun with overwhelming thoughts. And just like that, he passed out. We then see our MC on his bed. It seems like his mother found him unconscious. Meanwhile, in the fantasy world, all of the maids lined up. The uncle looked at her, clearly impressed by her maid outfit. AI thought about her new job. Everyone in the Earl household had their roles, and she couldn't shake the feeling. Was she becoming a slave? Frustrated, but with no choice, she continued onward. As she worked, birds began destroying everything she had done. Annoyed, she summoned a fire djinn to scare them away. But it was tiny, and before it could do anything, the wind blew it out. AI, now at her limit, ranted her frustration at the birds. At the mansion, Jake reported back. Lady Alara asked about her father, and Jake replied that he was planning countermeasures against the demons. In the office, a messenger introduced himself a wizard. He then explained the dire situation regarding the demon seal. Many people from different kingdoms had repeatedly tried to reinforce the seal, but the number of demons breaking through suddenly increased. In the end, the northern kingdom of Callidian was destroyed. Now, the demons were attacking the south of the kingdom. The messenger had come seeking aid from the greatest summoner, Lady Alara. Meanwhile, AI, frustrated that her hard-earned work was going to waste, grew more annoyed at the birds constantly ruining it. But then she froze. A huge bird stood right in front of her, screeching in anger. Suddenly, the ether began glowing. Elsewhere, MC felt a surge of joy. He was being summoned again. With a flash of light, he landed in the fantasy world, in a weird pose. AI, completely embarrassed, looked away. Without hesitation, MC pulled out his lighter and began chanting nonsense. The birds attacked. In response, MC suddenly summoned a flaming sword slicing through them. White feathers floated across the field. He then turned to AI, noticing her maid uniform. Carefully, he analyzed her clothes and asked if she had any injuries. But before they could relax, the little birds cried out and their father screeched in rage. Still trash-talking the bird, MC mocked what he had done to the first one. The father bird screeched again this time, summoning a massive flock of smaller birds. MC reached for his lighter only to realize it was empty. He quickly told AI to run back first, but then hesitated. Digging through his bag, he desperately searched for anything useful until his hands landed on a mosquito coil. As the birds closed in, MC lit the coil and began chanting more nonsense. With that attack, MC unleashed a massive explosion, annihilating the entire bird army. A storm like wildfire erupted across the battlefield, leaving nothing behind. AI, once again, was simply shocked by what had just happened. Meanwhile, the mosquito coil was still burning. MC, feeling proud, explained his amazing skill, though it was really just dumb luck. As the sun began to set, MC and AI walked together. Taking the opportunity, MC finally made his request. He asked AI to wear the swimsuit he had bought. Oh my gosh, this MC! But just as he was still thinking about it, he suddenly got teleported back to his world. Then, we see AI. Looking at the fading light, she was the one who teleported him back. The MC, in a daze, checks the ether and suddenly shouts in frustration he wants to see the bikini. His outburst is so loud that even his mother hears it. Now, deep in thought, he checks his group chat to see if what he did with AI was right or wrong. The responses are mixed, with some negative and some positive, leaving him conflicted about his actions. Meanwhile, back in the fantasy world, AI finished her work in the field, hoping for rain tomorrow. At a distance by the sea, Benny calls out for AI. The two of them discuss what just happened. As always, Benny acts like a simp. AI, feeling demotivated about her future, confides in Benny, who tries to encourage her. Back at the mansion, the wizard is preparing to leave. Strangely enough, she's wearing a red dress. What genre is this even? She looks stunning. But anyway, back to the story. The wizard asks where the summoner is, as it's already sunset and she's still nowhere to be found. The wizard wonders aloud if the lady could actually be the summoner. Meanwhile, the lady is in her room, thinking about whether she should have summoned more creatures. Benny and AI return home, and the lady calls for AI. However, AI, unsure of what's really going on, stands silently, waiting for the lady's question, only to be dismissed. The MC is drooling while watching a show, staring at the ether stone, wondering if he will be summoned again. He checks the comments section and notices someone spamming cat and mouse emojis, which annoys him. Apparently, those users only care about their favorite character's Jags. Something about the show strikes a nerve, making him reflect on what he did with AI. He still can't understand why AI refused to wear the bikini. In her room, AI trembles as she looks at the bikini MC gave her. She examines it, blushing at the thought of wearing it, before deciding to burn it. She heads outside in search of a place to destroy it. In the distance, she sees the wizard practicing magic. Approaching him, AI starts a conversation about magic. The wizard demonstrates a spell, emitting a mesmerizing blue light that surrounds them like fireflies. AI, amazed, asks what kind of spell it is, and the wizard reveals it to be a long-range meteor spell. He then explains the 3 steps to casting magic: incantation, research, and catalyst. Suddenly, AI notices a bird flying toward the mansion at full speed. A massive rumble follows. The explosion engulfs the mansion in flames. Lady Ilaria, her uncle, and Jake rush out for safety, while the workers and slaves cry out for freedom. Lady Ilaria looks around for Benny, only to find him by her side. Her uncle asks Jake about the cause of the explosion. Jake replies that it appears to be a demon attack. Just then, Jake shouts, "My lord, over there!" A swirling light appears in the sky before another attack is launched. Jake, in a defensive stance, throws his sword at the light, but nothing happens, it just bounces off, making the situation awkward. The light continues moving, leaving a fiery trail in its wake. Lady Ilaria scolds Jake for his useless action before declaring that she will summon a creature. The summoned being punches the light, momentarily saving them. However, Lady Ilaria gasps as the light begins rising again, wobbling slightly. She orders another attack, but before it can land, AI and the wizard intervene. The wizard inspects the summoned creature, avoiding the question of whether Lady Ilaria is the real summoner. Jake interrupts, shouting that the light is still unstable. The uncle turns to the wizard, asking if he knows what kind of demon they are dealing with. The wizard identifies it as Gray's Guide. Suddenly, the light crackles and explodes, forming a vertical rift. From within the portal, a giant, winged demon emerges. Beneath the blue starry night, the demon soars through the sky before unleashing a massive wave of fire. The entire villa is reduced to ruins, infuriating Ilaria's uncle. The wizard shouts that now is not the time to worry about material losses they need to escape. The group runs as fast as they can, but the demon spots them and launches an attack at AI. Surprisingly, AI takes the attack head-on, but it gets reflected. The bikini is glowing. Back in the real world, the MC drinks an energy drink, slamming his head against his desk. He can't stop thinking about the bikini lying on his bed. Suddenly, he is summoned back to the fantasy world. The demon continues its rampage. Lady Ilaria orders AI to wake up the MC, who is still unconscious. When MC finally wakes, he looks around, confused by all the new faces. Then he spots Lady Ilaria's uncle. Wearing the bikini, his eyes widen in horror. "Nani, Sir Washington, what in the world is that hairy sausage?" "My eyes, my poor eyes," AI tries to explain, but the MC insists that the monstrosity must be removed. The uncle looks saddened. Lady Ilaria asks Jake to take her uncle away. Meanwhile, AI bows before Ilaria, asking her to handle the situation. The wizard suddenly questions AI, calling her the best summoner. This Angé Lady Ilaria. The wizard presses on, asking why she never mentioned it before. Lady Ilaria remains silent before finally replying, "Fine, I'm the best summoner here. But so what?" Her answer shocks the wizard. The MC drinks another energy drink, looks at AI, and says, "Did you just say you have no talent? You summoned me, and now you're saying you didn't work hard enough. Why are you sorry?" MC continues, "If you summoned me, then show some dignity. Don't you dare bow your head to nobodies ever again." It would have been a powerful speech if he didn't suddenly burp. A surge of energy shoots into the sky. The demon prepares to launch another attack, but the MC's energy collides with it, reflecting the attack. The MC charges at the demon, weaving through its energy blasts. Finally, he delivers a devastating punch straight into the demon's eye, triggering a massive explosion. As the dust settles, the MC begins descending from the sky. AI rushes toward him, calling out his name. The wizard watches in awe and declares, "This is the one who will save the world." Lady Ilaria, unimpressed, mutters, "He looks so creepy, though." The wizard pleads, "Please, come to the north with me. We need your overwhelming power and abilities." AI looks at the MC, still dazed from the battle. After a moment of hesitation, she nods. "I will go." Back in the real world, the MC steps outside, taking in the fresh air. He approaches a man sweeping the street. When the man turns, the MC is horrified it's his uncle in a bikini. The shocking sight jolts him awake from what was just a dream. He sits up in bed, screaming. AI, standing nearby, asks, "Are you okay?" The MC, still shaken, takes a deep breath. They discuss the events of the previous night. Outside, a massive bird flies overhead, shocking both him and AI. The wizard suddenly appears, greeting them with a warm smile. You're finally awake." AI asks how the ships use mana. Ronian explains they contain a shell con, which constantly absorbs mana. MC, fascinated, exclaims, "That's like science." Meanwhile, on the other side of the ship, Benny recalls Lady Ilaria's words. Determined, he clenches his fists.